Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's live counter review using technical analysis. The flow for today's webinar will be the same as per usual. First, I'll go through the economic calendar, followed by some of the indices and commodities. Then some of the sectors like the FAANGM, US banks, semicons, as well as EVs. Then followed by the contents that you have dropped in the Q&A chat. Yeah, so to start off this week, tomorrow we have some building permits and housing starts data at 8:30 p.m. Then on Wednesday, we have the usual core inventories at 10:30 p.m. Uh, Thursday morning will be the important one, the FOMC decision at 2 a.m., then followed by the press conference that will be taking place at 2:30 a.m. Then 8:30 p.m. at night will be the usual jobless claims, followed by S&P Global Manufacturing and Services PMI. That's at 9:45 p.m. Then on Friday, we'll have Fed Chair Powell will be speaking at 9 p.m. Yeah, so the important event to take note this will be the FOMC that will be taking place on Thursday morning. Yeah. Okay, then moving on to the indices and commodities. First up, I'll talk about Bitcoin. So yeah, Bitcoin has pulled back quite a bit. So this was following looks like a double top formation over here at the 73,000 level. Then there was a breakdown below the key support of about 69,000. Yeah, so currently I think for Bitcoin we could see some range consolidation going ahead. Yeah, near term wise, this 69K could be a short-term resistance. Then support wise, we could be looking at around 61 to about 63K over here lah, to retest the prior old range. Retest the prior swing lows. Yeah, that's for Bitcoin. Okay, then next up I'll talk about Dow Jones. Dow Jones has been quite sideways recently. So yeah, so still seeing some resistance around the 39K, then we had pull back towards the end of the week. So I think for now that will still probably continue. Short-term support wise will probably be the around 38.5K level. Yeah. Then if we get lower than that, then probably we might see around 38 to about 38.1K. Yeah, for Dow Jones. Then resistance still around 39K to about 39.3K level. Yeah, so I expect some continued range bound trading this week. Next up will be Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq I think yeah also range bound, but yeah, I think the key will be to see whether this blue color trendline support continues to hold, which it did a retest on Friday. I think currently yeah, it's still around there. Resistance wise is around 16.2 to about 16.4 this range of this area over here. Support wise, if there's a breakdown, first level of support will be around 15.8K. Then if it cannot hold right, then likely we'll see a gap fill over here to bring it down closer to about 15.5K around there. Yeah, so that's for the next thing. The key to see whether this uptrend will continue is whether we see a bounce and it holds the Friday lows over here. Okay, then for S&P, it's still trading in this short-term uptrend channel over here, but recently has been quite a bit sideways. Also similar to Nasdaq, did a retest of the key uptrend channel support over here. Yeah, so I think for S&P, this needs to hold for it to continue going higher. To retest around the 51805 and above this area. If not, we could see like a breakdown going ahead. To retest some supports around 5055 around there. Or if it gets lower, then we see a gap fill over here around the 4980 level. Okay, then moving on, I'll talk about gold. Gold after a run over here, currently is quite sideways for a while. Yeah, so currently resistance wise is around 2175 to about 2195 area. Support wise, you're seeing around 2150 around there. Yeah, so I think for the near term wise, gold could just do a bit of a sideways consolidation first. Okay, then next up is oil. Okay, oil I think looking quite good. So after the consolidation over here, then there was finally on Thursday there was a break above the 80 level lah, and then currently it's holding around there. So I think I'm expecting some continued upside for oil towards first level of resistance will be around 82 over here. I think it could go up towards like 85 as the next resistance level. Yeah, but since it broke out this inverse head and shoulders formation over here. Okay, the next one is the VIX. Yeah, VIX nothing too much. Yeah, still finding resistance around 16 over there. Then we have pull back towards the support over here. This trend line support continues to hold around 13.5. Then I think yeah, nothing too much. Just probably just continue in a bit of a range for time being. And last but not least, I'll talk about copper. Oh yeah, copper quite interesting. There was after a period of range, then there was a breakout on Wednesday above like 3.95. So currently it's around 4.13. Yeah, so short term wise, I think some resistance they hit around 4.14 to about 4.21 range. Yeah, so similar to gold, we could see it start to consolidate a bit after a bit of this push up over here. Yeah, okay, I'll move on to the sectors. Okay, first up is the FAANGM sector. I'll start with Meta. Okay, Meta, I think currently it's at one support level. So yeah, so currently we look at the chart wise, it did another retest of the 480 support level over here, which was a prior horizontal resistance. There was a bounce previously to about 500, then after it came down again to do a retest. So this is a key support because of the prior horizontal resistance, as well as this blue color uptrend channel over here. So yeah, you could see a bit of a bounce over here if it continues to hold. But if there's a breakdown, then we need to be cautious. Yeah, but I think for Meta currently, we could see if there's a bounce taking place, we could see a retest of this 500 again to just do a bit of a range bound trade ahead. The next one is Apple. Okay, Apple I think is currently looking a bit better. So after there was a retest of 173 resistance over there. And currently looks like there could be a higher low from at around 170. Yeah, so I think currently it's around close to 175 pre-market. I think for Apple we could see it go a bit higher to retest around close to 176, 177, which is around the 20-day MA, as well as this downtrend resistance line. Yeah, so yeah, we could see retest, then let's continue to see whether it can form a higher low to reverse out of this downtrend over here. Okay, the next one is Amazon. I think Amazon nothing too much for now. Still seeing resistance around above 179 over here. Then there was a bit of pullback on Friday. Yeah, if you can't hold the Friday lows, then we might see a little bit further pullback towards like 172, this horizontal level over here. Then maybe see a bit of a range bound consolidation. Yeah, so I think for Amazon, nothing too much for now. Then for Netflix wise, yeah, Netflix also currently is a bit of a range, but still having some resistance around 620. So 620 is this trend line resistance over here, as well as a retest of the swing high. Yeah, so on Friday there was a bit of a sell down. I think for now, if we can't hold the low on Friday, then maybe we'll see a bit of a further pullback towards like 595, this support level, prior resistance, and then a recent horizontal support that was formed over here, as well as the 20-day MA as well. Yeah, so about there. So I think I'll probably do a bit of a range bound trading for the timing as well. Okay, then for Google, Google I think looking not too bad for now. So last week wise, it managed to break out the $138 downtrend resistance line over here. Then yeah, and then currently it's about at 148, which is near this swing high over here. So I think for now for now the downtrend is out of this downtrend over here. I think we'll probably do a retest of these highs, finding resistance around 149 to 151 for the time being. Then maybe we'll see a bit of a pullback and if try to form a higher low. So I think for Google, it's looking not too bad for now. The next one is Microsoft. But Microsoft also looking quite nice. So range bound. Then after that, there was a breakout above 416 or 416 middle of last week. Then found a new all-time high. So and then it did a retest on Friday. So I think as long as this retest still holds the prior resistance around 410 over there still holds as support, then I think overall it's still looking quite positive for Microsoft to trend higher. Overall, yeah, after following a range bound, then there was a breakout. Yeah, so I think still looking not too bad. Yeah, in terms of so in general, like the FAANGM wise, currently I think seeing a bit of a rotation, like you start to see like the weaker names previously like Apple and Google starting to gain some strength. So some rotation going on for the timing. But then in general, the rest a bit of a range bound, then you have Microsoft forming new all-time highs as well. So I think still looking quite okay for now. Okay, then next up is the US bank. I'll start with the XLF first. So this ETF, this ETF still, last week managed to form a higher high, still looking not too bad. Then I think, it's still holding along the 10-day MA as well. Yeah, still I think still trending up quite nicely. So probably we will still see trend continuation going on for now. Look at JP Morgan. Okay, JP Morgan also still holding in the range at a bit of the resistance around 190, but it's still holding well above the 10-day MA. So it's still holding well and above the 20-day MA as well. Then the current horizontal support is around 186. So I think for JP, could still see a bit of a range bound trading, but probably some upside bias since that it still looks like possibility to continue the uptrend for the time being. Okay, then for Wells Fargo, Wells Fargo looking quite good as well, holding above the previous all-time highs around 50s, around the 50s, close to 57. Yeah, also respecting the 10-day ME as well. A bit of range bound trading currently, but I think as long as it continues to hold this support, probably it can move higher to form the new all-time highs. Next up is Bank of America. Bank of America, a bit range bound over here recently. Then I think, but looking a bit weaker lah. Currently still below the 5 and 10-day MA. So we could see a slight further pullback, maybe towards a retest of 34.8. This prior swing high as well as catch up with do a retest of the 20-day MA. And probably find some support and do a bit of a range. Yeah. Then last but not least, Citigroup. Okay, Citigroup also still doing some range bound. Did a retest of higher resistance at 56.5 hold as a support, also 20 MA around there. So I think for now we could see a bit of bounce, range bound trading to continue its upward uptrend over here. So I think in terms of the banks, the US banks, I think they are still performing quite well. Generally a bit of a range consolidation, but still holding the key uptrend the supports. Yeah. Okay, next I'll talk about the semicon sector. So first I'll take a look at the Philadelphia Semicon Index, the SOX stocks. And so for this last week, generally quite a bit of a pullback over here. But I think for this week we are likely to see a bit of a recovery if it holds the main uptrend over here, the blue color uptrend. Yeah, so currently it's pulling back to quite near this previous horizontal resistance at around 4,710 about there. Then also near this uptrend channel support as well. So yeah, we could see about a bit of a bounce taking place this week. So near term resistance wise for now, probably be around 4,000, around 4,009 about there lah, for the stocks. Yeah. So some rebound expected this week. Okay, then I take a look at the individual counters. First up, Nvidia. So Nvidia last week wise didn't do much. It was just range bound over here. Yeah, but I think overall it will still form like a higher low lah over here. Like on Monday they tapped the 10-day ME, then there was a bounce. Then afterwards it still formed a higher low over here. So still very positive. Then currently pre-market is up as well. So I think probably it could hold a 5 and 10-day ME today, hold above it. Then I think could see a bit of a high, maybe move a bit higher this week. If you can get above the 920 level over here, then it might go up towards the retest of like 960, 970 again. Maybe to retest this ascending broadening wedge resistance again. So I think there's some upside, perhaps. Then AMD, AMD also I think pull back a bit, but is quite near some support for now. So after it broke 199, then there was a pullback last week. But then did a retest of the 18415 prior range horizontal resistance over here. Then yeah, so I think with that could see a bit of a bounce taking place to retest this broken support around 199 over here, which is also the 10-day ME as well. I think overall still looking quite good because it's also still holding above this uptrend support line in blue as well. Yeah, then near term wise, I think there's quite a strong support over here at around 179, 185 over here. So previous very strong horizontal resistance, likely to hold as a support for the time being. Yeah, so possible some upside as well for AMD. And next one is TSM. TSM also reached a key support level. So did a retest of the blue color uptrend support line over here. Also retest of prior resistance at 135. Yeah, then also bounce off the 20-day moving average as well. So I'm expecting similarly a bit of a bounce for TSM for the time being towards like 140, 141, where it does a retest of the prior this support breakdown over here, and as well as the 5 and 10-day moving averages. Okay, the next one is Marvell. Okay, Marvell is a bit weaker, so looks like it broke this uptrend support line over here in blue, this one. Then but horizontals, looking at the horizontal levels wise, yeah, it's at a prior resistance lah. So around 66 about there. So 63 to about 66 will be this prior resistance area that will act as a support. Yeah, we had this swing over here as well. So I think for Marvell this week we could see a bit of a bounce, but I think 70 to 73 over here likely to act as a resistance from these horizontal levels. Yeah, as well as the MAs probably will act as a bit of resistance. So looking a bit weaker, but could still see a bit of a bounce. Then next up is Micron. Yeah, Micron we saw a pull back, but then did a retest of this prior resistance, horizontal resistance breakout around the 92 level. Also reconnected with the 20-day MA as well. So yeah, could see a bit of a bounce taking place this week. Some short-term resistance wise will be probably around this 97.4 level over here. Where previously price broke above, then it came down over here. So I might see some range consolidation first at these levels. Okay, the next one is Broadcom. Okay, Broadcom I think looking a bit weak for now. So there's a breakdown of this blue color uptrend channel. Then in terms of the horizontal level wise, this 1285 wasn't able to hold as a support for long. prior resistance, it did a bit of a retest, then subsequently it broke down. So not a lot of strength, I think. Then I think with that we could see a bit of slight, it's still, if it does a bounce, I think we still gonna see some resistance close to 1003 over here, the channel as well as the MAs. Yeah, then in terms of pullback, I think if we could do a bit of pullback to retest this 1002 swing low support for the time being. Yeah, since it's looking a bit weaker for now. Okay, then last but not least, I will talk about Intel. Yeah, for Intel, I think nothing too much. They will still kept in a bit of a range. Um, yeah, so pulling back from the 45 level, then yeah, we could see if we test this 42 support again, then I think we're likely to see a bit of bounce off again. Then yeah, just continue with this range trade. Yeah, so I think overall in terms of semicons, we could see a bit of a bounce this week after last week's pullback towards some key support areas. Yeah. Okay, then next sector I'll talk about is the EVs. So I'll talk about Tesla first. Okay, Tesla, I think it has reached a key support level. So the descending wedge support over here in blue, it has reached it over here around 161. Then currently holding about there, then we do a bit of a bounce. It's currently bouncing a bit lah. So I think short term wise, it could see a short term bounce towards like 174 to retest this prior range breakdown level. Also reconnect. Also it meets probably 10-day MA as well. Yeah, then probably we see a bit of pullback and range consolidation afterwards for time. Okay, next one is Xpeng. Okay, Xpeng, I think, yeah, last week, looking better, I think, because last week it did break above this 9.8, 9.9 level. They did a retest of the 10.4 resistance. Then also continue to form higher lows along the way over here as well. The MAs is sloping up as well. So I think still quite looking better. If you can hold this 9.8 as a support level, then it will be good for some upside buyers. If you can break above this 10.4, 10.5, then perhaps I think price could go towards around 11.6 to 11.8 about there. Yeah, so I think for Xpeng looking a bit better in the short term. Looking at Neo, Neo still nothing too much lah. Still face resistance from this 6.2, 6.3, then pull back again. Probably will hold around 5.3, 5.4 as a support over here. Yeah, so I think that will still continue with a range bound. Okay, then last one, talk about Rivian. Yeah, Rivian still facing resistance around the 12, this 12 point, around 12.5 there. 20-day MA pushing it down as well. So yeah, we could see a bit of retest of the supports over here, which is around 10 to about 10.6. Then could see a bit of bounce off to do a bit of range for now. Yeah, so in terms of the EVs wise, rather split. Most still probably just a bit weaker in range, but I think just now Xpeng and Tesla looking a bit better for now. Yeah, so I think I'll move on to the Q&A section. Okay, hi, we want to talk about your counters. But I'll start with Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, for Berkshire, currently I think it's doing a bit of a quite range bound trading. Yeah, so following this pullback, we have seen price quite range, still holding above the prior resistance, this 400 level, then bounce off. Yeah, then I think currently it looks like it's trying to hold this 400, 405, this resistance level as a support over here. So I think if it can still hold well above the 404, then perhaps you could see price bounce towards higher resistance like 414 over here to retest this. Then probably it tries to consolidate in a higher range. Yeah, so I think in general for Berkshire, I think probably still range consolidation for the time being lah. But some positive is the higher low and trying to hold these prior resistance as a support. The next one is GLW, which is Corning Incorporated. Yeah, so for Corning, I think yeah, still maintaining the wedge over here. Recently a bit range bound. Yeah, but I think still probably gonna see some range bound action still. Finding some support 32.20 about there. With the recent lows, then I think resistance will still come in around 33 and above. Yeah, so I expect some continued range bound trading in the short term. And for Carvana is okay, has been still range trading, still holding support at around 75.5. Yeah, then but then resistance comes in above 83.5. So previously there was a false break above over here, then came down over here to consolidate again. So I think that will still probably continue. Maybe waits for the 20-day MA to catch up first, then just consolidate higher again. Yeah. So I think for Kava in general, still some range bound action probably like. The next one is PayPal. Okay, PayPal I think currently looking better. After the period of range consolidation over here, managed to break and hold above the this 60.6 level. Then we did a gap fill over here. Price is just holding over here. So I think as long as it can form a higher low along the way, hold this breakout, probably you can see price move higher towards to go towards higher resistance like this 64.5 level as well as 66 level over here. Yeah, so this for people I think looking better for now. Okay, then Mastercard. Okay, Mastercard I think still some resistance, near-term resistance around the close to 480 level over here. But generally, overall the uptrend wise is still intact. This uptrend channel is still trading in, is still intact. Yeah, then also forming higher lows along the way. So I think for now support around 470 about there, resistance around 480. So probably some range bound action still like until it can break over the resistance of 480, then perhaps you could see some further upside ahead. And then for Visa wise, I think there was a false break above this 285 level over here, then came down on Friday. So I think we're likely to still see some range consolidation ahead. Uptrend wise is still intact, trading this uptrend channel. Yeah, support wise will probably around 279 to 80, these recent lows as well as the horizontal level. And so I think we might see some continued range consolidation between 280 to about 285 for the time being. Okay, the next one is MSI. Okay, hi Stephen. MSI. Yeah, still trending quite well. Yeah, over here. Yeah, the currently is the retest of the resistance. Retest of the main uptrend channel resistance over here. But I think if it can hold around here, then perhaps there's a chance that it could just break above it. Since it's quite a strong uptrend over here. It generally still seeing expect the 5 and 10-day and is quite well. So I think generally wise, not yeah, still looking okay. Yeah, but could see some range bound trading over here, given that it's a main uptrend channel resistance. Okay, next one is sorry, 14net. Okay, 14net, I think for now still some weakness. Still seeing resistance above the 71 level over here. Then we have pullback towards end of the week. So I think for now we might see some retest of the supports again around 65.5 about there. It's one level. The lower level is around 62.5. Yeah, so probably some range bound trading still for the time being. Yeah. Okay, next one is Enphase Energy. Okay, for Enphase, I think looking a bit weak for now. So it couldn't hold this range 118 to 131. There was a breakdown over here. So I think with that it could come down lower towards towards this gap fill of about close to 100 or retest of these swing low supports over here. Yeah. Yeah, so I think probably short term wise, probably see a bit of a downtrend over here with resistance coming around 115, 100 to 118 for time being. The next one is Palo Alto Networks. Okay, for Palo Alto, I think still facing resistance along the 10-day moving average in general. So over here, seen a higher low hold at around 277, 278. But then over here, there was a lower high along the 10-day moving average recently. So I think key to see whether this support is still holding over here. If not, we are likely to see price still seeing some short-term weakness to a retest of or maybe like 265 again, the swing lows over here. So I think short-term wise, probably some consolidation or a bit of a downside bias if we can't hold the recent lows of 277 about there. Okay, next one is United Health. Okay, for United Health, I think uh you held the lower support 468 over here, then there was a rebound. Moving above the MAs as well as this horizontal level of 479 for AD. Yeah, so I think short term wise we could see a bit of further bounce towards like 497 over here. This horizontal level over here, prior support, turn resistance as well as the 20-day MA. Yeah, then we might see a bit of a consolidation take place. The next one is Adobe. Okay, Adobe, I think for now, after the earnings release, there was a gap down below the previous horizontal support of 500 over here. Then it did a retest of 490, this horizontal range resistance previously. So I think for now, I think it's still a bit hard to judge how it will go. But I would say it might just move a bit of sideways, some sideways first now. The next support to take note after below this 490 will be around 475, I think. I think it will probably hold around there for the time being. Short-term resistance wise, probably still around 500. This level. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. This we had the SMCI. SMCI, I think generally a bit range bound for the time being. Yeah, so but still holding higher lows now. We're still seeing some resistance around above 1160, 1170 for the time being. So we might continue to see some continued range bound consolidation going ahead. So, Yeah, with the resistance still around 1230 as well, above 1170. Then and next one I'll move for TLT. Yeah, so TLT wise, seeing a bit of pullback from this resistance zone. I think probably will find some support around the close to the 92.5 this support level again with a retest. Yeah, I think yeah probably will find some support around there. This might be like a descending triangle over here. Okay, next one is GE. Okay, GE last week, after this shooting star candle over here, January has been quite range bound, but uptrend is still holding pretty well. The just reconnect with the 10-day MA and the horizontals support 164. See 164 here is still holding. So some range bound trading for now. If you can break above 171, then probably we might see a retest of the 175, 176 highs again. So I think uptrend over now will still hold. Yeah, last week was like a bit of a consolidation. The next one is GEHC. Yeah, GEHC did after a bit of a consolidation over here at 94, there was a gap down, not sure why. But then it did a retest of the prior resistance 87, still holding as support. So I think as long as this still holds, then we might see price move up a bit higher for the time being. Um, to retest this like 91, 91 to 91.5 area. As a bit of a near-term resistance. Yeah, for now I think probably just some consolidation ahead. Okay, next one is RTX. Okay, RTX. Okay, after some range bound trading, Friday's candle looks interesting. Managed to close quite strong, also above the 92 resistance. So I think if this can hold over the resistance, I think probably some upside bias after a long period of consolidation. You probably retest the 94, this 94 previous support level breakdown. Then the next resistance after that will probably be around 97, 98. Yeah. So I think probably some upside bias for RTX. Yeah. After a long consolidation, then there was this breakout over here. Okay, hi James. Go through Eli Lilly. Okay, Eli Lilly, I think for now looks like a bit of the range, possible double top over here, around 795, but it's still holding the key horizontal support around 740. And so short term wise, I think probably still some range bound consolidation. Uh, for it to, I think for it to retest the highs again, it needs to break above the 770 level, where there's a horizontal level as well. Yeah, so for now, probably just some range bound trading going ahead. Okay, then for Lockheed Martin, generally, it's been trending up slowly over here with higher highs, higher lows, respecting that 10-day moving average as well. So I think it's still looking good. For now, it's doing a retest of the prior support. Now currently, will hold a bit of resistance at 438 for now. But I think as long as it can sustain the support around the 432 over here, then I think there's a chance for a break above it. Then next resistance level upwards will probably be around to 445 around there. Then followed by 450. So this for Lockheed Martin. Okay, next one is Merck. Okay, for Merck, I think short term wise, some pullback going on. But I did a retest of the prior resistance level of 119 and held as support. So short term wise, we might see a bit of bounce, but to retest, I think 123, 124, this support breakdown, probably still find some resistance over there. So probably some range bound ahead. Okay, next one is McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's, I think not overall, I think it looks a bit bearish. Yeah, so a very long period of risk consolidation, and after the false break over here, couldn't make a higher high. Yeah, then towards the end of last week, we saw the price broke below this support as well, 280. Then currently doing a retest of the swing low over here, 279. So I think key is if you can't hold the lows over here, then probably you're gonna see some more further downside for McDonald's towards like the support levels at 274 to 275. Yeah. Okay, next one is Pepsi. Pepsi, I think still holding the key support at 163, but overall a bit bearish over time because it's still forming like lower highs along the way. Yeah, so it just keep on retesting the support at lower highs. Yeah, so I think probably we might see resistance continue to hold at 168 over here, then do a bit of a consolidation. Yeah. Okay, then for Coke, now for Coke, I think it's still holding along this shorter uptrend channel. Yeah, so but generally quite range bound. Still, I think probably still finding resistance around 61. Um, yeah, then support probably for now is around 59, 60 about there. So I think probably some range bound as well. Okay, then next one is Nike. Yeah, Nike, I think generally wise, not so good. Over here, still forming lower highs and then lower lows recently. Yeah, so possible is like a break of this support. Then also upon the retest over here is the price support turn into resistance. Yeah, so I think we could still see some further pullback to retest like 97 or 97 over here again. Yeah, since it's still meeting resistance from this price support at 102. Okay. If it breaks below this 97, I think the next support level will be closer to like 94, perhaps. Yeah. Hi, Michael. Your counters are the oil ones, Chevron. Okay, Chevron, I think looking overall it's like we are seeing higher highs and higher lows over here. Then probably still some resistance from the retest of this swing high around 156, given that it's a prior horizontal support as well. So yeah, some we could see some range bound trading for the time being going ahead. But I think overall wise it's uh still looking quite good in a gradual uptrend over here. Then next resistance level upwards uh be around 161, then followed by 166 for that. Okay, then for ExxonMobil, yeah, looking quite good. So last week, yeah, after the range consolidation, then it continued this uptrend to retest a swing high over here. So perhaps some short-term consolidation, but I'm still more bullish bias. And I think next resistance level it could test is around 114 over here. Yeah, for ExxonMobil. 114, then 116. Halliburton. Okay, Halliburton generally quite range bound. Still some resistance close to 38. But yeah, it's a bit of a um, range breakout over here taking place. So I think if you can hold this resistance for a while, I think still maybe some positive upside towards towards 40. 40 will be another resistance to take note. Yeah. Okay, hi Boo. Next one is MST. Okay, I can't really find the counter. Maybe you can retype in the chat. Again, then I'll go through it later. Then I'll go through next one is NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line. Okay, Norwegian Cruise Line recently, I think probably some range bound going on. Yeah, still holding this recent horizontal support at 19 upon the retest still holding. So yeah, just still some range bound resistance at 20.5 over there. Probably some consolidation first. Okay, then Marathon Digital. Marathon Digital, I think still some weakness in the near term. Yeah, still see since the breakdown over here 2290, still see the MA sloping downwards and then still finding resistance on 5-day MA. But currently the retest of a prior horizontal resistance around 18.9 over here. So you might see some sideways going ahead. Yeah. But overall, still not very strong, I think, as compared to other crypto counters. Given that there's a potential break of this uptrend support line over here as well. Yeah, so I think maybe some short-term bounce towards like 21.4, then there's resistance also. Okay, hi. Twilio Melco Flowers, first and second level of support and resistance. Okay, first one is Twilio. The Twilio, I think for now, generally quite range bound still. Yeah, so first level resistance 63. Second level wise, I think will be this the day high of this gap down candle, probably around 65, close to there. Yeah, and then support wise, first level is currently around there, which is a retest of this break above 60.4 lah. Also the 20-day MA over there as well. Second level of support will be the lows over here around 56.5. So I think for Twilio generally a bit of range bound going on. Need to see this retest hold and bounce off for to look better for higher low to come out to retest like 63 again. Okay, then next one is Melco. Okay, for Melco wise, quite a range bound, but still looking a bit bearish lah. Still finding resistance on the 10-day MA. So first level of resistance I would say is this recent highs it can't get across, which is around 7.6. Second level will be around 7.9 perhaps. Yeah, then first level of support wise, I think will be a retest of this 6.8, 6.9 swing lows again. Probably will still hold for a while. Second level of support. The second level of support probably be a older range resistance at around 6.3, 6.4, I think. Okay, next one is flowers. Okay, flowers has been quite range bound as well. First level of resistance for now is around the 10.4, 10.5 level. Second level of resistance is 11.1, 11.2 there. Then support wise is first level, this range 9.9. Then lower level of support 9.2. Yeah, for now, nothing much. I think still some range bound consolidation going ahead. Okay, next one is Palantir. Okay, Palantir wise, I think short term wise is some probably some downside pressure. Because it broke down this short term uptrend channel over here in blue. Then also there was a false break above 25.50 last. And then afterwards it kind of just trended down. So I think I'm more bearish bias in the short term for Palantir. It could go on to retest these lows at 22.30 for the time being. Then maybe see a bounce and range consolidation first. And GCT, Giga Cloud Technology. Okay, Giga Cloud. Okay, general wise is still uptrend over here. Yeah, short term wise, still a retest of the recent highs over here. You could see a bit of a range bound first. Tell if it holds a resistance. Yeah, then support might come in around 39 about here. Yeah, then maybe afterwards, if it holds and you continue to see the continuation of this uptrend, next resistance level might be around 48, then 50, then around 54 afterwards. This one is Crane Shares CSI China Internet ETF. Okay, I think for this gradual uptrend over here, recently did a retest of this resistance 27 around 27.20, 27.30. There's a bit of pullback. I think overall still looking okay lah. Probably you might do a retest of this 26 resistance, then try to form a higher low and bounce off again. Generally over here we are seeing higher lows and higher highs. Higher lows and higher highs. So the uptrend is still quite okay over here. It's a gradual uptrend. Okay. I'm not sure which counter is this. And you can type again. Okay, next one is UiPath. Okay, UI, I think this one looks uh potentially like a bit of head and shoulders over here. Yeah, let me try to draw it out. Yeah, still holding resistance around 2550 over there. Then yeah, we might see a retest of the supports over here again, which is around like 21.5 to about 22. Yeah, if we can't hold them, we might see a bit of a gap fill to retest like 20 lah. So maybe some range consolidation for a time being. But if it doesn't hold the support over here, then maybe see some downside for UI path. Okay, hi Wing Hong. Okay, Eli Lilly I went through just now. Rollins and Freeport McMoran. Yeah, fighting for Rollins currently retest of this trendline resistance. We might see some sideways for the time being. But I think overall still looking good. We have um this consolidation, and then after breakdown over here subsequently recover back above and still trending higher. So I think overall probably some range bound, and then but it could still trend higher uh, for this counter. Next one is Freeport McMoran. Freeport McMoran, okay, recently did a retest of this 44.40 level. Might see a bit of resistance or some range bound consolidation first. But generally wise, I think still upside bias to try to retest the 46 swing high in the future lah. So I think still looking okay. I had to yeah, sorry, alphabet C. Okay, I'll go through alphabet C. Let me see. Yeah. OOG. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think in general wise the chart is still quite similar. So for these, there's a break above the 140, 141 resistance over here. Yeah, currently pre-market is up to about 149.77. So we could see a short-term resistance be around here, which is around 150.6 to about 153. Then we might see a bit of a pullback afterwards. And see whether it can form a higher low. Yeah, then some short-term support might come in at 146.5 about here. Okay, next one is MTC, MM Tech. Okay, MM Tech, I think the key resistance still over here around 2.5. Then recently there was a pullback, holding a higher low, which is this level around 1.65, around the opening price of this high volume candle. So I think for now, probably we're gonna see some rebound again. Try and retest this 2.5 resistance again. Yeah, then the very short term support wise probably coming around 1.8 about there. Yeah, but this counter quite low volume, so TA might not be as accurate for it. Then CETX is Semtrex. Okay, Semtrex, yeah, generally wise, this counter generally downtrend, also quite a low volume. Yeah, recently price wise, it's break above this 4 level, then subsequently came down quite fast again. Then, you looking at it, probably maybe some a bit of a downside pressure then in the near term to retest like this 2.9 to 3 this support level way again here. Next one is Disney. Okay, Disney I think quite range bound for now. But positive is that it's still holding um higher lows. Yeah, so over here we are seeing higher lows above 107 and we have 109. Deep on Thursday also held this level. So I think overall some for now it's probably still some range expected, but I think still upside bias if you can continue to hold these higher lows and break above the resistance at this 115. Let me see. The next resistance level probably be around 117 over here, then followed by 126. Okay, Gilead Sciences, yeah, they rebound from the key support here 71. Also breaking above this resistance over here at 73.5. And yeah, currently holding around there range consolidation. With around holding at a 10-day MA as well. So I think for now might see some short-term consolidation for the time being. Then if you can break a higher high, the next resistance probably will be around close to 76.6, 76 points. Yeah, around there. The next one is Occidental Petroleum. Occidental, I think generally probably some upside, I think. So because of the range consolidation broke above this 61, 60 level, then the retest of the next level around 63. So for now, we might see some short-term consolidation, but then I think still generally quite upside bias following the double bottom over here. Yeah, so double bottom, then there's breakout above the neckline. I think you can break above 63, probably gonna see price go up towards like 60, 65 around there. Yeah. Then British Petroleum. Really find this counter. Yeah, maybe I'll go to another one. EOG Resources. EOG Resources, I think for now, after range breakout over here, then we did a retest of this resistance around 121. Probably maybe some sideways consolidation first. Yeah, then if you can break the high again, then could see like 128. And so I think in general, all the oil related counters probably looking quite similar. Like there's a bit of range and then breakout afterwards. Given like recently oil price has risen a bit. Okay, hi, uh, Hua Yang. Okay, MicroStrategy has been still very strong, I think. Yeah, see, it's still holding along the 5-day MA, even though Bitcoin has like pulled back a bit. So I think if this trend continues, you could still see the MicroStrategy move higher. Uh, Let me see the next resistance level. Okay, I look at it from a weekly chart. One around 1880 might be one level. Then afterwards might be like closer to 2140 about there. Yeah, so I think for now uptrend is still very strong for this counter. Okay, next one is Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase experiencing some pullback recently from 270, but it's still holding around the 10 MA lah, over here. So I think short term wise, we might see some consolidation. Near term wise, there's some resistance probably around 250, 254 around there. Then next one is around 270. Yeah, so maybe some sideways consolidation first. Then if there's a drop, then the next support around 213 around there, which is around to the previous resistance and the 20-day MA. Yeah, so I expect some range bound consolidation for Coinbase. Next one is Pfizer. Pfizer, I think for now, still kept in this range with resistance still acting around 2850. So for now, I think you need to see whether it can form a higher low, stand above this resistance, which is around like 2770. Yeah, if you can hold, then do a bit of range, then maybe you can move higher afterwards towards like 29 or 30. Oops. So, in which ETF invest in Japan? I'm not too sure about that, but I think this website might be quite useful. ETF database. So it's actually like a comprehensive guide to all the ETFs. You can just search the ones that you're interested in. Okay, let me see. ETF by geography, Japan. Yeah, then I think you can see from the different types, which you want an expense ratio. Yeah, then you can pick the one that you're interested in. I drop the link in the chat below. Uh, yeah. I'll move on with the other questions. Okay, your views on Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum, I think a bit similar to Bitcoin on the way it moves. Over here, recently there was a pullback also, but I think recently did a retest of this prior resistance around 3475 about there, then did a bounce. I'm expecting some range bound trading to hold first for the time being, similar to Bitcoin. The next one is S&P Global. Okay, S&P Global, I think for now, still holding the support around 418, but still seeing some lower highs along the way. Yeah, so I think short term wise, if there's a bounce, resistance probably come in around 427, 428 level for the time being. Might see some consolidation there. The next one is Ping An and Xiaomi. Okay, Ping An I think still trending okay along the uptrend support line, and then yeah, recently just a bit of range bound, still seeing around resistance close to 38. But I think overall still as long as we still seeing higher lows along the way, things still looking okay. For Xiaomi, Xiaomi looking quite good. Range bound, then there was a break. Then did a retest, held this horizontal at 14.5. So I think if this can hold a bit of a range bound, then I think we're likely to still see some further upside towards like 15.6. Around 15.6, 15.7 will be the next key or horizontal resistance where it was previously this range breakdown over here. Okay, next one is ConocoPhillips. Okay, for Conoco, yeah, looking not bad for now. Also quite near a resistance area 120, 122 about here. So we might see some short-term consolidation first. But after a long period of range consolidation, then there was a break. I think still generally upside bias. Yeah. So if you can break above, then likely we could see a retest of like 125, 126 again. The next one is BP. Yeah, for BP also range breakout over here, then currently retest a prior support term resistance around 37 over here. So we might see some short-term consolidation, but afterwards I think could see the upside continue to test like 38 as well as 38.80 about there. Yeah, I'll take one last one, 9618. I think that one is a 618 is JD. Yeah, so for JD, I think the trend is still quite strong. Still after breakout over here, still holding along 5-day MA. Yeah, so I think if the trend can continue wise, maybe you in near term wise could see a retest of this 113 resistance level again for JD. Yeah, so I think that's all from me today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll leave a survey link in the chat below. Yeah, so I appreciate if you all can help me fill in the survey, to leave any feedback on today's session. Then also feel free to join our P3 community on TA if you haven't. You can download the link over here. I'll share some TA posts about there. Also share the recording of this webinar lah, if you want to view it again, or you miss it previous sessions or in the future. And also you can join our Poems TA Telegram group as well. Yeah, I'll post some TA content over there. Yeah, so that's all from me today. I think the next webinar is on 8th April. Yeah, so I think I'll see you all then again. Yeah. So that's all for today. Hope you all have a good trading week ahead. Do take note of Fed meeting, I think middle of this week. Yeah, so that will be important. Bye. See you all again.